Hi guys, Dave from Firearms UK here. I just want to do a really quick video to try and answer a few questions regarding responding to the consultation on raising the cost of club certificate fees. Currently it's £84 and the Home Office has launched a consultation to raise it. I can't remember the exact figure, but it's over £1,000. And one of the questions in the consultation that we've been urging everyone to respond to and object to the increase, one of the questions is, should full cost recovery be met by the applicants, or should it entail some degree of government subsidy? And I just want to, a lot of followers are asking about the term subsidy. You know, they don't seem to understand what it is. I'm going to explain. And well, basically it's not a subsidy. It's not a government subsidy at all. They use the same term when they're trying to raise individual certificate fees. You know, for your firearms, your shotgun certificate, they use the term subsidy again because it costs police forces more to, well, some police forces it costs more to run through the process of application rather than you know, whatever the £50 it was at the time when I done mine. So they use the term subsidy because obviously there's some taxpayer or money going into this. But we need to remember, this is forced upon us by the government, and you could argue, you know, if it's not the government, it's the general public want firearms certificates and firearms licensing. Therefore it's a public service. It adds no value to the shooter, it adds no value to the club, but we are forced to pay into this system. It's an often inefficient and slow system in order to carry out our hobbies and interests. So, in my mind, you cannot force this upon people and then demand that we pay for it. And you know, if the taxpayer or the government want these controls in place, then in my opinion they should be totally paid for by the taxpayer because it's a public service. And I'll point out, probably every shooter is a taxpayer, or they have been a taxpayer at some point. We don't get to say where our tax money goes, so we already probably pay for our certificates, and here we are, we're forced to actually pay another fee on top of that again. Now, why should you, as an individual shooter who's probably not affected by this, or a shotgun shooter or a deer stalker or whatever, why should you respond to the consultation objecting to it and objecting to the term subsidy? Well, it's quite simple. It's an attack on shooting. We're all in this together. Now, some clubs might not be able to afford this massive increase. Certainly some of the clubs I've seen aren't exactly flush with money. Some are, obviously a lot aren't. So this cost will either have to be passed on to members or the clubs may shut. And then, so this has a domino effect. If clubs don't shut, members are paying more. It might be too much for some people to then want to try and take up shooting. So it's another attack, it's another hurdle, it's another cost, it's another way to lower the number of firearms certificate holders in the country. And I'll point out, I'm not a club member, I don't shoot in clubs, but I'm passionate about defending shooting, and we all need to get on board, we all need to object to this. No other sport that I'm aware of is forced to go through a certification process in order to carry out their activity. Certainly not in the degree that we are. If you want to talk about subsidies, the only thing I'm going to say is a subsidy is if certain sporting grounds, shooting grounds, maybe get grants to improve their facilities, you know, probably during the Olympic time and what have you. But that's the same as every other sport. So we don't see the government or the Home Office or the taxpayer complaining about subsidies for other sports. Yeah, when it comes to shooting, we have to pay for everything that they want, and it's not on. And again, I point out, shooters, it might not affect you, you might not shoot in clubs, but it will affect you in some way, it will affect our whole community. We need to respond to these consultations, we need to say, no, we're not having this. Shooting is worth billions to the British economy. We bring gold medals back from the Olympic Games. We deserve respect. We're amongst the most law-abiding people in the country. You're not going to push us around anymore. So respond to the consultation, make your objections clear, write to your MPs asking for their support, and make it clear that if you don't get their support, if they aren't going to put pressure on the Home Office, then you maybe need to reconsider who you're going to vote for in the next elections. That is the only way shooters will get some of our rights back we've lost, some of our privileges, whatever you want to call it. We need to get political. We need to put pressure on MPs and the government. We need to get out and educate people as to the positives of shooting. And we're not going to do that by hiding in the shadows. We need to get out there and show everyone, hey, we're normal. We do everything you do, but we like shooting as well. We need to get out there, be active. So, that's it, guys. I hope I've managed to explain why it's not a subsidy, and why we should be objecting to the term subsidy, because it has nothing to us. We pay for it anyway through our taxes, and we're forced to pay for it again. As I said, they don't want to have certificates or pay the price, get rid of them. We could have simple background checks. We could have increased certificate lives. There's so many ways they could reduce costs, but they don't look at reducing costs. They just look to simply hammer the certificate holders, hammer the applicants, make them pay more money. And it's because they've got a monopoly on this system. There is no incentive to improve it. And as I said, I also suspect they want to gradually lower the number of certificate holders in clubs. And they'll win unless we get off our backsides and do our bit. So I'm going to put the links to the consultation at the bottom of the video or in the post, and our link to our website you can use to write to your MP. Keep on at them. Don't let up. It's our future. It's up to us whether it's bright or not. Thanks, guys.